Hello, guys. In this video, we're going to be doing the 2022 Senate election if the polls are wrong and if there's a huge polling error in the election. So it's like if polls are underestimating Republican support in the states nationwide, basically. So it's like kind of similar to like the polling error in 2016 or 2020. That's similar what the idea of this video is. So we're going to get right into that. I mean, it's not enough. This is not an official prediction, but this is sort of like a prediction if the polling era is pretty bad in the 2022 midterm elections. So let's get into this. Okay, so if the polling era is bad, then first of all, JD Vance is actually winning Ohio by like 6 points or something. If the polling error is that bad, which currently Tim Ryan's up by a couple points in Ohio, but then again, it's Ohio polling and it's historically not the greatest. Currently, in my prediction, my actual prediction, I have it as lean GOP, but if the polling error is real, then it would be likely. Florida, if the polling error is real, it would lead to Marco Rubio winning by like 9 or 8 points. In North Carolina, if there was a polling error, it would lead to the Republican candidate Ted Budd winning here by 5 points, I would say, when it's really a pretty competitive Senate race in North Carolina in terms of polling. Let's see here. Which states do we go to next? Washington State. So far, Trafalgar said this was in lean category range. So if there was a polling error, then this state would go to a lean state. I don't think this state's possible to flip for Republicans, even on their best night. Colorado, Trafalgar also shows this as a likely race, but if there was a polling error, like in terms, well, every other poll is similar to what Trafalgar finds. It's like a likely digit race. So that means if there was a polling error similar to 2020 or 2016, it would go to a lean category. Let's see here. Next few states. In New Hampshire, if there was a polling error, it'd also be a lean state. I don't think the Republicans have a real shot at winning the state, honestly. Even with a polling error, this is a very strong incumbent, and they have a pretty weak candidate, the Republicans, with Bolduc running there. In Wisconsin, if there was a polling error, so far they show the GOP with like a 2% lead. So if there's a polling error of like 3 or 4%, this state would barely go to like 5 to 6% victory for Ron Johnson. In Arizona, if there was a polling error, so far Mark Kelly's actually ahead by 6 points on average. So that would make it a tilt Republican state. I would say if there was a polling error, he would be ahead by a tilt margin. And Nevada would be ahead. Laxo would be held ahead by like 4% if there was a polling error as well. So that would make it shift 4 points to the right and have them like with a 4% lead when it's really a tied race in terms of polling. And we're down to 2 more states here. States of Pennsylvania and Georgia. So far on average, Fetterman's ahead by about 4. So if there was a polling error, Mehmet Oz would win this state by a tilt Republican margin. Almost lean. But then again, Oz has been behind in every poll so far in Pennsylvania. There may be, since I record these videos a couple days from releasing them, there may be a poll that actually shows him ahead. So it's possible that happens. So, and in the state of Georgia, if there was a polling error, I mean, we've seen a poll that did show recently that showed Warnock ahead by a considerable amount. It's really debatable if Walker could even have a chance at winning here. But this is assuming everything goes his way and the polling average. So I would say it would go tilt Republican if there was a chance of a huge polling error to happen. So if there was a polling error, basically, Republicans would have 53 Senate seats. The Democrats would only have 47, and it's thundering right now, so you guys might hear that. Okay. I'll see you guys at the next video, and let me know what you think of this video idea. What do you think of this video in the comments below? Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.